Picture this. You've just watched your account balance drop by 30% in a single week. Your heart is pounding, your palms are sweaty, and you're asking yourself the same question that 90% of traders ask at some point. What am I doing wrong? Here's the brutal truth, and this might sting a little, but it's probably not your strategy that's failing you. It's not your technical analysis. It's not even the market being rigged against you. The real enemy? It's the 6 inches between your ears. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Melvin K, and if you've ever felt like the market is personally out to get you, you're in the right place. Today, we're diving deep into the dark psychology of trading, why most traders lose money, and more importantly, how you can rewire your brain to think like the successful 10%. We're going to uncover the hidden psychological traps that are quietly sabotaging your trades, explore how your mindset is either your greatest asset or your worst enemy, and I'll share with you the exact mental strategies that separate profitable traders from those who blow up their accounts. Stick around until the end because I'm going to give you a simple 5-minute daily routine that can completely transform your trading psychology. Trust me, you don't want to miss this. Let's start with some uncomfortable truths, shall we? According to multiple studies, anywhere from 70 to 90% of retail traders lose money consistently. But here's what's fascinating, and this is where it gets really interesting. Most of these losing traders actually have decent strategies. They understand support and resistance, they can read charts, they know their RSI from their MACD. So what's going wrong? The answer lies in what behavioral economists call cognitive biases. Basically, the predictable ways our brains trick us into making bad decisions. Let me tell you about Sarah. Sarah was a nurse from Ohio who started trading with $10,000. She was incredibly careful with her first few trades, cutting losses quickly, taking profits when she had them. She was actually doing well. But then something happened. She took a loss on Apple stock, just a $200 loss, and something clicked in her brain. Instead of moving on, she became obsessed with getting even with Apple. She doubled down, then tripled down. Within 3 weeks, she had lost $4,000 chasing that single bad trade. This is loss aversion in action. Research shows that the psychological pain of losing $100 is roughly twice as powerful as the pleasure of gaining $100. This isn't theory, this is hardwired into our DNA. Now, let me introduce you to Marcus. Marcus had a hot streak, 7 winning trades in a row. He was feeling invincible, like he had cracked the code. Sound familiar? So what did Marcus do? He started increasing his position sizes. He stopped using stop losses. He started taking trades that didn't even fit his strategy because, hey, he was on fire, right? 3 trades later, Marcus had given back all his gains and then some. Studies from the University of California found that overconfident traders trade 45% more frequently and earn 11.4% lower returns. Think about that. The more confident they felt, the worse they performed. The gambler's fallacy. This one's sneaky. It's the belief that past results affect future probabilities. You see 5 red candles in a row and your brain screams, "It has to go green now." But here's the thing. Markets aren't coin flips, but this thinking pattern is identical. Each trade exists in its own bubble. The market doesn't owe you anything because you've had 5 losses in a row. Here's what's really scary. Research suggests that these biases don't go away with experience. Veteran traders with 20+ years of experience still fall into these traps just as often as beginners. The only difference? The successful ones have learned to recognize and work around these mental quirks. So, if our brains are basically hardwired to be bad at trading, how do some people consistently make money? That's where mindset comes in. And that's exactly what we're diving into next.
Here's a question that might surprise you. What do you think is the biggest difference between a profitable trader and a losing trader? If you said better strategy or more experience or bigger account, you'd be wrong. The biggest difference is how they think about trading itself. Let me share with you the story of Linda Roschke, one of the most successful female traders in history. Early in her career, she was struggling. Good strategy, solid technical analysis, but inconsistent results. Sound familiar? The breakthrough came when she stopped thinking about individual trades and started thinking about trading as a probability game. She stopped asking, will this trade make money? And started asking, does this trade have positive expected value over 100 repetitions? This shift in thinking from outcome-focused to process-focused changed everything. Losing traders think, I need this trade to win so I can pay my rent. Winning traders think, this is trade number 247 in my statistical sample. Losing traders think, I can't be wrong about Tesla. Winning traders think, the market will tell me if I'm right or wrong. Let me tell you about Paul Tudor Jones. You might know him as one of the greatest macro traders of all time. But here's what you might not know. He meditates every morning before he trades. Jones once said, intellectual capital will always have the upper hand over emotional capital. Research from Cambridge University found that traders with higher stress levels had 15% lower returns and made 23% more impulsive trades. Think about that for a second. Your emotional state isn't just affecting how you feel, it's literally affecting your bank account. There's a trader named Tom DeMark who developed some of the most widely used technical indicators in the world. But here's what's fascinating about Tom. He's famous for having rules for everything. When to enter, when to exit, how much to risk, even what time of day to stop trading. His success isn't because he's smarter than everyone else, it's because he's more disciplined. A study of 10,000 traders found that those who followed written trading rules had 34% higher returns than those who traded by feel. 34%! That's not a small edge. That's the difference between losing money and making a living. Warren Buffett once said, the stock market is a device for transferring money from the impatient to the patient. And while Buffett isn't a day trader, this principle applies at every time frame. I tracked two traders with identical strategies. Trader A took every setup that met 80% of his criteria. Trader B waited for setups that met 100% of his criteria. Over 6 months, Trader A took 347 trades with a 52% win rate. Trader B took 89 trades with a 71% win rate. Guess who made more money? Trader B, and it wasn't even close. Let me tell you about Jennifer. 2 years ago, she had blown up 3 trading accounts. She was frustrated, stressed, and ready to quit. But instead of giving up, she did something different. She stopped focusing on making money and started focusing on following her process. She set up a meditation routine, started journaling every trade, and created accountability systems to stick to her rules. 6 months later, she had her first profitable quarter. 12 months later, she had replaced her full-time income. The strategy barely changed, but her mindset was completely transformed. So how do you develop this kind of mindset? How do you rewire your brain for trading success? That's exactly what we're covering next, and I'm going to give you specific, actionable strategies you can implement starting today.
All right, enough theory, let's get practical. I'm about to share with you 5 specific techniques that can rewire your brain for trading success. And the best part? You can start implementing these today. Every professional athlete has pre-game rituals. Michael Jordan wore his University of North Carolina shorts under his Bulls uniform for every game. Serena Williams bounced the tennis ball exactly 5 times before every serve. You need a pre-trade ritual too. Here's what mine looks like. 3 deep breaths. Review my trading plan. Ask myself, what's my maximum loss on this trade? Visualize both winning and losing scenarios. Only then do I place the trade. Neuroscience research shows that rituals activate the prefrontal cortex, the logical decision-making part of your brain, and quiet the amygdala, which is responsible for fear and impulsive reactions. I know, you've heard about meditation before, but hear me out, because this isn't about sitting cross-legged chanting Om. Here's a simple trading-specific meditation. Set a timer for 5 minutes, close your eyes, and focus on your breathing. When thoughts about trades come up, acknowledge them and let them pass. End by setting an intention for your trading day. A study from Harvard Medical School found that just 8 weeks of mindfulness meditation literally changes your brain structure. Translation: you become less reactive to losses and more focused on your process. One of my coaching clients, Robert, was a chronic overtrader. After implementing daily meditation, his monthly trade count dropped from 200+ trades to under 50, but his profits increased by 180%. Less trades, more profit. That's the power of mindfulness. Most traders keep basic journals, entry, exit, profit and loss, boring and useless for psychology. Here's what I want you to track instead. Emotional state before the trade, 1 to 10 scale. Confidence level in the setup, 1 to 10 scale. What you were thinking during the trade. How you felt after closing the trade. And what you learned about yourself. After 30 days, patterns will emerge. This isn't just record keeping, this is psychological detective work. Our brains love to play tricks on us, so we need systems to keep us honest. Before every trade, ask yourself these 3 questions. What if my best friend was making this trade? What would I tell them? Am I trading my plan or trading my emotions? What would I do if I had no emotional attachment to this position? This simple system saved one of my students, Maria, over $3,000 in a single month by preventing emotional decisions. Most traders set outcome-based goals, like I want to make $1,000 this month. This is backwards and dangerous. Instead, set process-based goals. Make $1,000 this month? Follow my trading plan 95% of the time. Have 10 winning trades? Cut losses within 2% of entry on every trade. Process goals put you in control. You can't control whether the market goes up or down, but you can control whether you follow your rules. Here's the key. Start with just one. Don't try to implement all 5 at once. That's a recipe for failure. Pick the one that resonates most with you and commit to it for 30 days. Once it becomes automatic, add the next one. Remember, developing a winning trading mindset isn't about becoming emotionless. It's about becoming aware of your emotions and having systems in place to make good decisions regardless of how you feel.
All right, let's bring this all together. We've covered a lot of ground today, so let me give you the key takeaways that can literally transform your trading starting tomorrow. Key takeaway number 1, your biggest enemy isn't the market, it's your own psychology. Loss aversion, overconfidence, and the gambler's fallacy are sabotaging your trades before you even realize it. Key takeaway number 2, mindset is everything. The difference between winning and losing traders isn't strategy or experience, it's how they think about trading. Key takeaway number 3, you can rewire your brain for success. These aren't just nice ideas, they're scientifically proven methods to improve your decision-making. But here's the thing, and this is crucial. Information without implementation is useless. You could watch every trading psychology video on YouTube, but if you don't actually do these things, nothing changes. So, here's that simple 5-minute daily routine I promised you. Minutes 1 to 2, pre-market meditation or breathing exercise. Minute 3, review your trading plan and set process-based intentions. Minutes 4 to 5, journal about yesterday's trades,
focusing on emotions and lessons learned. That's it. 5 minutes a day that can completely transform your trading psychology. I want to challenge you right now. Commit to this 5-minute routine for the next 30 days. Set a reminder on your phone for tomorrow morning. Make it non-negotiable. After 30 days, come back to this video and leave a comment telling me what changed. I read every single comment, and I genuinely want to hear about your transformation. If this video helped you see trading psychology in a new light, smash that like button. Make sure you're subscribed with notifications turned on. And drop a comment below right now. Tell me, which psychological pitfall do you struggle with most? Let's start a conversation and help each other grow. Remember, every successful trader was once exactly where you are right now. They had losing streaks, blown accounts, and moments of doubt. The only difference is they didn't give up and they learned to master their own minds. Until next time, trade smart, stay disciplined, and remember, the market rewards those who think differently.